And out there, Dad is using his new spray pack to get rid of the horrible, well, nature's Tintex. I still don't know what they're called. And here we have the house lion. Can you see him? Look, you should be very interested in this because you like things being sprayed. You're very interested in it. Look at that. Look at that. He's got a giant sprayer. Can you see that? Are you impressed? Oh, you were impressed before when I didn't have any room on my camera, any storage on my phone. You were staring and staring at him. And now that I can video it, you're being all dull and boring. That's so typical. You guys, I'm so happy. Dad and Mum went to Sydney the other week and they got all of our books that are in storage. Well, actually, they're big, thick theological books such as I will never read, but they're very pretty. They look good in photos. And this is quite important to me. And Dad was reading one of them to me a couple of nights ago. So, isn't that deep? And I thought, oh, I don't understand a word he's saying. I was like, oh, yes, it's very solid stuff, Dad. He's like, oh, yes, it is. So at least I said the right thing. But, oh, it's like, no, not good at theology, not good at theology at all. I just read the Bible and believe it. And that's as deep as it gets for me. And he's out there still working on our lawn because it would be awfully nice to have a decent lawn. Oh, guys, look at this. Look at this. On the way to Sydney, they stopped at some kind of collectible shop. Now, this is not actually an antique. It's a reproduction. But it sounds pretty bad. But I'll see if I can get it to work. So I think I wind it up. I think this is... Mum got it working. But then, of course, Mum is Mum. And so this is just story of my life. I'm not good at getting things to work, not even a reproduction gramophone, but I do like it. Maybe I'll see if I can get Dad to get it to work. Mum's in New Zealand at the moment because Rachel hurt her back at work, and she's shifting. Isn't that rotten luck? Anyway, it does work, and it sounds like something from an old movie, and Mum rang me up from Echuca, I think it was, and she's like, so I'm in an antique shop and there's this gramophone record here and a gramophone player here and I'm just wondering. I was like, get it. Oh, there goes Skinny Legs Fosdyke. I was like, get it. She's like, oh, do you think I should get it? I said, you should absolutely get it. So she said, well, I'll have to try and talk your father into it, but turns out he was quite keen. Fortunately, we all have rather similar taste in this house. It's really convenient. It's really awfully convenient. Oh, I'm so happy. I've been praying that the clouds will all get blown away because we're supposed to have a blood red moon at 2:30 in this morning. So I'm going to keep my binoculars, well, Dad's binoculars on my bedside table, and I'm going to set the alarm for 2:30 in the morning. And I've been praying the clouds will get blown away because they say if there's a good clear sky, we should be able to see the blood moon. And I'll see if I can film it for you, eh? So I suppose I better have an early night since I'm going to be up at 2:30. So I think Dad said the binoculars were in here. Oh. Here we go. So I've got my binoculars ready to go and my dressing gown and my slippers because there won't be another red blood moon for another 4 years. And actually, I don't think I've ever seen a red blood moon, and I'm jolly well not going to miss it if I can help it. And they say you can see it with the naked eye, but I think that a pair of binoculars will be jolly helpful. So I shall now clean my teeth, set my alarm, and go to bed because I'm going to be up awfully early looking for a red blood moon. Well, I just finished cleaning my teeth and the sky looks really cool and exciting. I'm really excited. I can't wait. And also I thought, I'm sure there's a red blood moon in the Bible. So I looked it up and it's in the book of Joel. So I just finished listening to that. It's only 10 minutes long. I'll see if I can link it below actually because it turned out to be a really comforting book for the times we're living in and I highly recommend it. And it was really nice to actually listen to it properly, not just race through it because it's a small book, but I thought it'd be fun to listen to the book of Joel since it's got a red blood moon in it, and I'm going to be up at 2:30 in the morning looking for red blood moon. I do like to get a little bit mystical when I'm by myself. I have a very mystical streak, as a matter of fact. I'm curious, who are my friends out there, if you were with me at the moment, who would get up with me at 2:30 in the morning to look for red blood moons? Wouldn't it be fun if we saw more than one up there? Right, I need to go to bed. My imagination's getting out of hand. Good night. Well, it's just awfully good that Mum's in New Zealand helping Rachel and Dad's in Adelaide, because when you want to get up at 2:30 in the morning to go looking for red blood moons in the sky, it is best to do it in an empty house. Unless, of course, they come and join you. I think Dad would have. Oh, wow. Oh, it's not going to be caught on the... Oh, I've just caught it in time. I see the eclipse is just, well, I don't know if it's... Yeah, I think it is some kind of eclipse, isn't it? Started. So the lady on the telly said that what happens is it's basically going to be, the moon's going to be in the shadow of the earth, and then that's going to turn it red. So it hasn't got red yet, but it's got sort of like a red halo around it, which is really cool. It's awfully cold out here. It's going to be worth it. Well, I'm not going to film the whole thing. I don't think it's going to show it too well, actually, with this camera. It's very cold out there, so I'm going to have a cup of tea. I better fill up the jug. I don't know if I've ever had a cup of tea at 3:30 in the morning. No, 2:30. Oh, I dare say I have when I'm travelling, but oh well. It's rather exciting, and I reiterate, it is best to do this in an empty house, unless you have the sort of person with you who will get up and do it with you. I've got to say, binoculars are a really good idea. I can even see the, I can see the dark patches all over the moon. Telescope would be better, but I'm not complaining. It's much better than the naked eye. And my cup of tea, and my blanket, and now I'm just going to watch the whole thing go blood red. I don't think it's going to I don't think I'll be able to catch it too well on camera, but you know, at least it's a little bit like you're here watching me watch the moon turn blood red. Do you know what's really good? The phone is making the moon look blood red already, even though it's actually not. It, as I say, looks like a sort of an eyeball floating sideways in the sky. But the camera's making it look blood red, which is quite exciting. But it's still got quite a way to go yet. I'm going to have my cup of tea now. The moon now resembles a Neenish tart, and my phone's not picking it up at all. But you know, a Neenish tart, one of those little pastries, I can't remember what they fill them with, but they ice one side with white and one side with black. Well, that's what the moon looks like now. It has ceased to look like a gouged out bloodshot eyeball, and now resembles a great big delicious Neenish tart. Oh, well, it did when I started filming. Now it's looking a bit more like the yin and the yang, but without the little black spot in the white and the little white spot in the black. So, yeah, and we now have a incomplete yin and yang hanging in the sky. But you'll just see a big dot. Oh, and I've discovered my tummy doesn't like drinking tea at 2:30 in the morning. I had to abandon it because it was making me feel rather sick. Good morning, guys. A little update on my blood red moon adventure. So I sat up on the balcony, wrapped in a blanket with my cup of tea for an hour, and I watched the shadow of the earth slide across the moon. And just at the pivotal point when it was all meant to go creepy blood red, what do you think happened? All this cloud cover blew across, and then a jolly cold wind, I suppose the wind that blew the clouds across, now that I think about it, started blowing. And I couldn't see a thing, and I was getting colder and colder and more miserable. And I thought, well, a red moon's a red moon, but it's not worth catching the flu for. So I went back inside, and I don't know why I said instairs. That was weird. I must be very annoyed about this red moon debacle. Anyway, I did not see the moon go red, but I've been assured that it did go red. So I suppose I shall just have to believe that. And I'm jolly well going to still put a big red moon on the thumbnail of this video, because it will be dramatic and cool and exciting. And yeah. The reality was a little dull, a little disappointing if I'm honest, but never mind, it was a fun adventure getting up to look for it. So I have a little bit of a dressmaking conundrum. I picked this frock up, which is really pretty, but goes all the way to the floor. And to quote Laurie in that lovely movie, Little Woman, I don't think it's in the book, where Meg turns up at a ball wearing a rather low dress with a long skirt. He's like, why don't you cut some of that skirt off and put it up where on the top where it'll be useful? And that is certainly what I shall be doing, because, well, Mum did not teach me to dress like that. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the skirt off, because as it stands at the moment too, it's got limited use at that length. I mean, it's like an evening length, but let's be honest, I would never wear, well, I shouldn't say never, but I can't really imagine myself wearing a floral pattern to something evening related. The pattern seems too informal and the length is too formal. It's not actually very well thought out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it, and then that will give me hopefully plenty of skirt to stick up around the top and make a bodice. Although it's going to be quite a hideous job, because I'm not the best at constructing backs, but you guys, it has a preset zip. Woohoo! See, that's the other way to deal with zips. Just don't set them. Use somebody else's zip. So, yeah, that's my little sewing project. And I guess we'll see what I come up with. But, yeah, that's what I will be working on next. You guys, The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. I mean, in the spirit of full disclosure, I think I should point out that, hey, stop there, Mr. Houseline. I don't know why you keep eating books. It's very, very unbecoming. I mean, you guys, it's really melodramatic dross, but it's so good. I read it in 3 days, and if I'd had a whole day where I didn't have to do anything, I could have read it in 1 day. I mean, it is a page turner, and it's got so much going on, and it's twisting and turning, and it's narrated through several voices. Like, all of the characters have a chance to narrate it from their point of view, which sounds, I did not like the sound of that when I first heard about it, but oh my goodness, this is good. It's got a lunatic asylum in it. It's got a dastardly member of the English aristocracy. It's got another dastardly member of the Italian aristocracy. It's got a spy ring. It's got all sorts of subterfuge. It's got a mad woman. It's got a horrible woman. It's got a hypochondriac. Yes, of course, it has old ancestral piles with wings that people don't want to go in. I mean, it's melodrama, but it's really well written melodrama. And if you want something that's just going to pull you into another world, what? No, you're not going out there. You're an idiot. It's hosing with the rain. They have shelter. I don't know why they're not next door. They should be next door. But as you can see, I'm not being really cruel. They're not really allowed inside at the moment because something happened, which we won't go into. But back to this book. This book is so, so, so good. The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. It's a classic too, so if you read it, you can knock another classic off your list if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah, highly recommend it. It's honestly, a lot happens and it moves very fast. And just to give you like a sense of how easy it was to read. It took me a month to finish Paradise Lost, and I got this one done in 3 days, and I could have done it in one if I'd had a whole day that I could have spent on it. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Really, really excellent. We'll definitely be checking out Wilkie Collins again, although not sure anything's going to come up to the level of The Woman in White. So I'm picking a few nasturtiums, which are edible, to decorate my little pear and toffee tarts, because they'll look so pretty in a photo. They won't be any good to eat with them because they're actually very peppery. Oh, and I will check them very carefully for bugs, and they are also spray free. I just thought I'd like to point that out, because although I do like whimsical touches, I'm actually sort of bordering on a germaphobe, which I think is proper, to be honest. You can never be too careful. Oh look, we've got 2 varieties. Aren't they pretty? Might get a few leaves too. Oh gosh, I think it's going to be a big storm blowing in. Yes. I'll just quickly show you before I go inside. Look at this. I'm so excited. I didn't know Mum had planted freesias. Well, actually, they're looking a bit worse for wear because of the rain, but they smell amazing. And look at this. Look at this. What's this? Yes, it's the little tips of the bluebells coming up. So excited. I'll show you something else too very quickly before I rush inside. Hello, Jasper. Hello, Fosdyke. The Banksy is just starting. How exciting, eh? But I can feel the first dribbles of the storm, so you know what they say, with spring comes flowers and showers. So I think I'd better bustle back indoors. Well, even though earlier in the week I didn't actually get to see the moon go blood red, I thought it would still be a jolly good idea to theme my week around that interesting happening. So this is the Bible verse from Salus Publishing in Rosebank House for the week. And the sun shall be turned to darkness, and the moon shall turn into blood before the great and terrible of the day of the Lord come, and whoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered, for in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance. And really the whole book of Joel, if you sum it up, is about the fact that sometimes before God does something really amazing, it can get really bleak, and it can get really dark, and it can get really scary. And I guess the other way you could look at it is sometimes before the sea splits, you've got to have all of Pharaoh's army breathing down your neck. Now, I realise that the book of Joel is a prophecy, and it's written for a very specific place and a very specific time, and only God would know what the time is. But that's the power of the Bible. It's applicable to anyone who wants to read it and find comfort in it. So I have taken the fact that there was a red moon in the sky at the start of the week to mean that whatever we see on the news, we should not be afraid of it, because deliverance comes from God. And it says in the Bible, when you call on his name, you will be delivered. And that's a deliverance from whatever is making you afraid. And it doesn't mean the problem goes away immediately, but it means the minute you call, God is going to be right there with you, and he's going to walk through the storm with you. And it doesn't matter how dark the world gets. If we continue to call on God, we will have light and we will have strength, and he will get us through it. And there are my toffee and pear tarts, looking rather pretty with their little nasturtium flowers on the top, if I do say so. Anyway, this has been the daily doings at Rosebank House. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'm wishing you a very happy weekend from the team here at Zealous Publishing, and that's just me in the house line because Dad's in Adelaide and Mum's in New Zealand helping Rachel, who did herself an injury. I think involving a lot of golf caddies. More on that later, maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for watching along, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. And until next time, if the world turns dark, turn your home into a lamp. And remember that no matter what you're facing, God is our source of help and comfort, no matter how dark the world gets. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.